Welcome everyone to episode 21 of the COD Casuals. I'm your host, Justin.
And I'm Mike.
And how you doing, Mike?
Good.
Yeah,
it was we had a good 4th of July weekend.
Yeah.
It was last weekend. It was kind of rainy and dreary.
Yeah.
It's been a nice change of pace because it's been hot as hell out and it's been humid.
We had that heat wave.
Yeah, it was terrible. So the 4th was pretty rainy at the beginning, and then it kind of cleared up towards the end.
Yeah.
So that was nice. I was happy about that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully everyone else had a good 4th.
Yeah. But
stayed safe.
Yeah. Otherwise, didn't really do that much. Just went and cooked up some food. The standards.
Yeah.
The standard grilling stuff.
Yeah. I didn't do that much either. I went to like a cookout for the 4th. That was really it. Yeah. I mean, I didn't even watch the fireworks. My neighbors shot off fireworks.
Yeah, no.
That was it. We're not. I saw stories, friends out on boats, like in the water, just watching.
Yeah,
fireworks.
apparently everybody now owns a boat. We had no idea. We're like, what the heck?
I guess everyone in Massachusetts just owns a boat.
Yeah,
I guess
right.
Doesn't.
We're the odd ones out. We don't own boats.
We're poor.
Yeah, we're broke boys. We don't own boats. Yeah, I didn't check out any fireworks though. I do love them, but
yeah, I like them too.
It's like we'd have to go find a spot to actually check those out.
Yeah, that's the thing. We would have to go into like the city. I know a lot of people we're in the city watching the fireworks and whatnot. But we don't do that all that.
No, that's not really our thing.
Yeah, we'll do that every once in a while, but we don't go out every weekend and party and whatnot.
No, exactly. But otherwise, pretty low key 4th.
Yeah.
And more excited too because week that we're doing this is the resuming of the COD League.
Yeah,
it's been about I think 20 years.
Yeah,
20 years.
2 weeks off.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Yeah. Plus, going back this weekend was good because it was double XP, which was hustle.
We'll talk about that later.
But yeah, that was mainly what the weekend was consumed of. So
yeah,
that made it a good weekend.
I also saw that Andy Miller, the owner of Energy, for anyone that doesn't know, and technically, I guess the owner of OpTic right now too.
Yep.
He was in Boston. He was at a Red Sox game.
Oh.
I was like, Andy.
We should have gone and crashed it. Dude.
I know. I saw someone on Twitter tweeted at him.
Yeah.
And he tweeted out his spot at the Red Sox game.
Oh, really?
And Andy was like, yo, I'm the bald white guy with the Energy shirt behind first base. And I guess that guy went up and talked to him.
Really?
I'm like, dude, I'll go to a Red Sox game just to find Andy.
Yeah, right.
Just to talk to him.
Yeah. Pick his brain about stuff. I love that guy.
I'm like, Andy, you're going to buy a CDL spot?
Get a CDL spot for Boston.
Please?
Oh, my God. That's the dream one day.
I know. Yeah. It's so weird because I'm pretty sure he lives out in California.
Yeah,
but he's from here.
I was going to say, I can't remember what town he's from in Massachusetts.
I mean, everyone just says Boston, right? I think he actually was from Boston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I know he lives in California.
Yeah.
He's the owner of the Sacramento Kings, for anyone that watches basketball, which is crazy.
Yeah, he's in that realm, and then he's also the owner of Energy too.
Yeah,
which Energy they're massive too in the gaming realm.
Mm-hmm.
And like we said, for Call of Duty, they own OpTic Chicago.
Yeah, the parent company.
Yep. So they own them, and then last year too with it was Huntsman.
Huntsman, yeah.
They own that.
Yeah, and we'll see this off season. There are rumors flying around that Hex is trying to part ways, which makes complete sense.
Cannot confirm nor deny, though. We don't know.
We don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But that's during the off season. We're going to have a lot of drama to talk about during the off season.
Yeah, well,
roster changes, updates, new game, contracts. It's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be crazy. The roster moves, too, that's going to be a big thing.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, right now, going into this Major 5, the last major, or last stage, right?
Yeah.
I think pretty much all these rosters are set.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see any more changes.
Yeah. I think they're...
Or will we?
No, I think they're locked in, now, for, this...
Yeah.
This roster is locked in for champs. They cannot change.
I think you're right.
Which that's crazy. It's almost champs. This is the last major before champs.
Yeah.
And champs is at the end of August. So, throughout the summer, we're going to have a lot of COD left. But I wonder how viewership's going to be going into the stage because they took that 2-week break.
Yeah.
And it's already late into the, game itself. So I wonder if people are going to slowly fall off. Usually, I mean, that's usually what happens.
Yeah, I remember listening to Ben Nassim talk about that.
Yeah.
A guy in the esports realm for Call of Duty talking about, and it's always that way with the fall off of a game. There's always that initial excitement when the game launches, seeing it, and then progressively people start to drop off.
Yeah.
I think this major will probably be the same as every other one.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when COD Champs happens,
It's going to go up.
Yeah, it'll go up, especially for the grand finals, we hope.
Yeah.
And if OpTic's in there, well, if we hope, it'd be insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the viewership should be, pretty okay.
Yeah.
It's just difficult because in North America, it's always good. But what's tough with watching the game sometimes, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, when do they start? 2 or 3 o'clock?
3:30 Eastern.
Yeah, it's tough. Like when I work, I'm working during that time and work towards the end of the night, so I miss the games most of the time, which is frustrating.
Yeah.
And then you don't even factor in all the people in England or in Europe, where they're in completely different time zones. Yeah, those people get. Yeah, exactly. They get screwed over.
They get really screwed. Yeah.
You see guys like Tac Rab, he'll be watching these until like 1 a.m.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
He's hustling.
Yeah, that's an insane hustle.
Shout out Tac Rab.
Yeah, what a beast!
We'll get that follow from him one day. I should start tweeting that day one.
Yeah, right.
Of getting Tac Rab to follow. I wonder if that would work.
Maybe
I'll try it.
You go for it. Full send it.
I'll try it.
But yeah, that's where some of the viewership too is difficult because a lot of these fans, most of them are in North America, I would imagine, but there is a big base in the UK.
Yeah.
And those people will stay up and watch the game for sure. But nowhere near as many. If it was at a normal time, they would watch them.
Yeah, that's always hard because, I personally think I get why it's at 3 p.m. like our time, Eastern Standard Time, because it works out for the people in the West Coast.
Right.
And you're going to have to sacrifice, people outside of North America, because I would say the majority of viewership is probably from North America, right? And so you got to compensate for the people in the West Coast. But I'm sure going into next season, next season of franchise, like they're probably going to change the schedule again. The COD League is still new.
Yeah, this is the second year.
So they're probably going to come up with a new format, new schedule, things like that, background. But for right now, like it's good for me because I work from home, so I can just have the games in the background.
Right.
But
yeah, it's the second year. They're still trying to work out some of the kinks. So I'd imagine going forward, they're going to try to fix them. I don't think they're going to fix all of them.
Yeah.
But of course, they're going to try to maximize the amount of viewership that they can possibly get.
Yeah.
It's tough too because of Warzone. Warzone's just so massive.
Yeah.
And it's not really related at all to the CDL.
Yeah, no, not at all. I saw like a Twitter poll. Like, I forgot who tweeted it, but it was like, so who's playing Warzone versus multiplayer?
Yeah.
And Warzone was up like 82%.
Yeah.
To multiplayer. And then like where that, quick math, that 18%.
Yeah. Nice. We do the math.
that 18% of people playing multiplayer, which is crazy.
Yeah. Whenever I talk to people about Call of Duty and I tell them that I play, they're like, "Oh yeah, I play Warzone too."
Yeah.
Like that's what they say. And I'm like, "Oh, like it's weird. I almost don't consider that Call of Duty. Like I consider just that in its own realm. Like that's Warzone.
Yeah. That's a battle royale.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But when I think of Call of Duty, I think of multiplayer.
Yeah.
That's what it's always been to me.
Yeah. And I think it's definitely hard for us because like we don't play Warzone, right? I'm sure we could. I'm sure like we always say it like we'll try it.
Yeah.
And I don't think we'd be bad at it or anything at all. But we just don't play it. We like multiplayer more.
Yeah. Well, that's what's interesting about Call of Duty because certain games like Fortnite or Apex Legends or any of them, like that's all they are. Like they're just battle royales.
Yeah.
And Call of Duty is in this weird spot where it's a battle royale. Like there is that version of Call of Duty, but then there's also this smaller version that doesn't get enough shine like it should.
Yeah.
You know?
Isn't that crazy? Multiplayer used to be the thing.
Yeah, that's all Call of Duty was.
Yeah.
Up until Modern Warfare came out.
Yeah.
Last year. That's all it ever has been. It's campaign and multiplayer.
Yeah.
You know?
And Warzone just took over.
Yeah.
It's like all my friends, they don't play multiplayer.
They
only
Warzone.
play Warzone.
Yeah.
Right. And then I played Warzone with them. It's fun. It's fun when you have a group of friends,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It's not our thing.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we should give it a shot, because I think once we grind our way this season and hit max prestige, we could try Warzone, because I'm sure it's fun. We just haven't really given it a solid chance like we do with multiplayer.
Yeah, exactly. So that's going to be another thing too that they have to factor in. It's just how they can bridge the gap between Warzone viewers and multiplayer viewers. Because a lot of people have no idea who play Warzone. Like, they play Call of Duty, but they've never heard of the CDL.
Yeah.
And it's not really their fault, because what's really the connection between them?
Yeah.
Like, you think of these guys who are the top players in Warzone, like Rated. He's one of them. I mean, man, there's so many of those guys.
There's a lot of those guys.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of go off about who's the guy who's on New York Subliners. What's his name?
Aiden.
Yeah, Aiden.
Yeah.
Same thing with him. These guys are massive.
Yeah.
But they're not multiplayer players. Tommy. He was. He was a pro.
And Rated.
Yeah. But they don't really do any of that anymore.
Yeah.
They're strictly Warzone.
Yeah.
And that's what people watch them for.
Yeah. And I mean, this is a whole different conversation, but in the stadium in Warzone, right? It shows Call of Duty champs.
Yeah.
It shows Krim, Clay, Illy, Shotzi, and Hook, right?
Yeah, that was really cool that they did that.
It's super cool, but that brings up the question: should they be on there because it's Warzone?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not multiplayer. I think they should. That's sick. That's really cool that they're there, because it's spreading news of the CDL.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be interesting to see how Activision and the CDL are gonna bring those Warzone players and incorporate them into the CDL.
Yeah.
Because I think we all can agree that multiplayer is slowly, I'm not going to say dying, but it's definitely significantly smaller than Warzone. Way smaller now.
Yeah, I mean, there's just not as much. I don't think there's much of an emphasis on it.
And you can't blame Activision. I mean, I guess you can, but
you can always blame Activision.
Yeah. But Warzone's their leading driver for revenue, I bet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No question.
They're focusing on that. More people are on that platform.
Yeah. Why would they? Why would they? It's not really the right word, but they waste their time more on multiplayer when Warzone is what everyone's playing and it's making them the money.
Yeah.
They're going to do everything they can to try to innovate that. And some people, I'm sure, who grind that, we've seen people, they complain about Warzone not being up to par as to what it should be.
Yeah.
But yeah, multiplayer is just, it's always been what it is, you either like it or you don't.
Yeah, that's true.
It never really changes all that much.
Yeah.
The main emphasis of it. And I guess for Battle Royale, it doesn't either. Battle Royale is a Battle Royale at the end of the day.
Yeah. You drop at different areas of the map, and I'm sure it's kind of like multiplayer in the sense where, you drop into the same map every single time, but the plays that you make are different, and the players you're playing are different.
Yeah.
So I guess every game is different to an extent.
Yeah, exactly, right? So every game is a new game. But I don't know. I mean, I like both of them. I think Warzone is just, it's at a level that, I mean, I'm shocked. It's still kind of crazy to think that Call of Duty is at that level with Warzone, because I'm still of the thought that Fortnite is everything when it comes to battle royales,
Yeah.
It's that was so massive, and now Warzone has become even bigger than that.
Yeah. Cause I mean, we never really hopped on the battle royale train. I mean, no, we hopped on and played it a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But we played it with friends. Yeah. Which makes anything fun.
Yeah,
playing
absolutely.
With friends, right?
No, it does.
But when we play multiplayer, we're trying to win, and of course in battle royales we're trying to win too, but I don't know, it's different.
Yeah, and the guns are totally different too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's strange.
Yeah.
How they're just two completely different games.
This is definitely a good topic for after when after the season when the CDL's over,
Yeah.
and we definitely could chat about it for even longer.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, we got to give Warzone like a fair shot too,
Yeah.
because we've only played like a handful of games.
Yeah, we're bad Warzone players in regards to not really being experienced. you
Yeah,
know?
I'm sure. Like if we picked it up, we played a few games, we'll get a dub.
Yeah, we're pretty good. I mean, we can hang.
Yeah,
You know, a shot's a shot.
shooting straight.
You know, and there's some strategy and luck, of course, involved.
Yeah,
but
and having awareness on the map. And
but I
whatnot.
think we do fine. But we should give it a shot. Once we finish up this season, hit max prestige,
we should give it a shot.
we'll go play more of it.
Because my friend Mike, like, that's all he plays.
Yeah.
He only plays Warzone. He has, like, days upon days on Warzone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's so funny because, like, we probably easily have less than, like, 6 hours.
Yeah, on
if
Warzone.
that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
I only played with my college roommates. That was the only time I ever played it.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat, too. Like, maybe a couple games outside of it, but
Yeah.
pretty slim.
Yeah, like, we played Warzone when it first came out on Modern Warfare, and we got that dub. That was a
I
crazy
do remember
dub.
that, yeah.
Yeah, and that was it.
Yeah, but that was because Modern Warfare, the multiplayer was buns.
Yeah, it was buns.
so bad.
Yeah.
It's like we were looking for anything else to play.
Yeah.
And Cold
But-
War's halfway decent, so I don't mind it.
It's funny, though. We still played more multiplayer than Warzone, though,
Yeah, right?
in Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
And in Cold War, I mean, we've definitely been grinding.
Yeah.
Like, we've been playing a lot of multiplayer. And the multiplayer in Cold War has grown on me a lot. I really like the guns now.
Yeah.
For the most part, I like the majority of the maps.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, they're all pretty good. You get a lot of these recycled maps,
Yeah.
which, you know, I have my opinion on it. It's
Yeah.
nice, but it is kind of like,
They're good maps.
yeah,
at
you know,
least.
exactly. Like, I would rather have those maps than them try to create maps and they're horrible,
Yeah.
you know?
And that's kind of just like a waste of a drop.
Yeah, or then you just get more maps in the rotation that you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like you don't want that feeling when we play Miami. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, bro, like
It's going to be a slow game.
yeah, it's like, dude, I don't want to play in Miami.
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm.
So I'm happy that at least we have some maps in there like Standoff and Raid and all them. Like, I'm excited because I'm like, okay, these are good maps. Like,
Yeah.
we'll be good to go.
Yeah.
And play them.
I guess, like, going all the way back, stage 5. We
Wait, what?
ranted a
Stage
little
what?
bit. Well, we're not going to talk about, like, you know, the games and all that because I don't know. I feel like at this point, like, we know the top teams and we know the bottom teams, right? A lot of these games are purely for seeding into the next major and, like, for champs, obviously, right?
Yep.
So I just got, like, some bullet points written down
Yeah.
that we can just, like, touch upon.
Shioa.
First one I had is new LA Thieves roster. Will they perform?
Yeah, good question. Quick answer. No. Next point.
J-Cap's just sitting there. What the fuck are these guys saying? Who are these guys?
Yeah. No. Okay. Here's my thing because I've heard. I'm really only basing that off of obviously like past performances. They haven't looked too great. Like, I think they'll be okay. I don't think they're going to be horrible. You know, when you think of performing, I think of where Kenny wants to be on that team, which is in the top 4. Do I
Yeah.
think this is going to do that for them? No.
Yeah.
I don't. I think they'll do okay. But then I've listened to Abizi from Atlanta FaZe, and he said that they went and scrimmed them, and he was like, yeah, they're not looking good.
Yeah. That is
and-
coming from the number 1 team, though.
So that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to think of that. When I
Yeah.
hear him say that, I'm like, oh, man, like, they're getting smoked.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, well, they're
Every
getting
team's getting smoked.
yeah, like most teams are getting smoked by Atlanta FaZe. So
Yeah.
take it with a grain of salt.
I think we mentioned the new roster last episode, but if we didn't, new roster is Kenny, Slasher, Draza, and John.
Yeah.
And for people that don't know John, John's been playing Call of Duty for a while. I really recognized him during the Black Ops 3 season, and he's nasty. His gamer tag doesn't sound that cool, but John's nasty.
Yeah, I was gonna say I watched some video and he was talking about like his online name. I can't remember what it is. It's John287.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was like his birthday was like 28.
Yeah.
And then I think that's what it was. And then his favorite number is 7.
Yeah.
It was something like that. He's like, that's it.
That's like JCap 415.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, John's been around for quite a long time. He's a world champ. So we haven't seen him play in 2 years.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, he was on Luminosity Gaming, Envy. Yeah, I mean, the dude's been around for a minute.
And he's good. He's really good.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard, where was Scump? In a podcast a while ago, he was talking about like the best subs of all time, and he threw his name in there, rightfully so. It was like, it's him, Hook, Simp and Abizi are eventually, like, the more they play, they're going to easily be up in that spot, like, no question. It's just a term of longevity. They've only been playing for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And John.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that is some lofty air to be mentioned.
Yeah.
You know, having your name mentioned with Simp, Abizi, and Scump and Hook.
And for someone who hasn't played for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I've seen clips of him in the Challenger series. And again, it's so interesting. You see the guys in Challengers and they just are going off. Like, he's had some nutty clips in there.
Yeah.
But it's Challengers.
Yeah.
So I really have no idea sometimes who he's playing against. I'm like, are these guys
He's really good.
Yeah.
He's a phenom. I wouldn't say he's a super fast player, fast sub like Abizi and Simp, because I don't think anyone can match like that pace. But John's really good.
Yeah.
Will LA Thieves perform though? I don't think they're gonna be where they want to be, which is first.
Yeah.
No one's gonna be first besides FaZe.
Yeah.
But I think they're just gonna stay like, what placing are they in? Like 5th?
Yeah. Let me go see if I can check really quick.
5th, I think. I'm pretty sure that's
maybe
or 6th.
Maybe. Let me go.
I don't think they're gonna move.
Let me look at the stats really quick.
I don't think they're gonna move from that.
No,
position.
I don't think they are either. I think they're gonna stay where they are.
I do think though this roster that they have
7th.
Oh, 7th.
OpTic's 5th.
Oh shit, 7th.
Yeah.
Oh damn, they could drop out.
They could drop to 8th.
Yeah.
They I mean, unless they just completely lose it and LAG just goes on an absolute tear, they're safe. But they could get 8th seed.
Yeah, which is obviously not ideal.
Yeah, because Florida Mutineers right now has 170 points. Thieves have 180.
Okay, yeah. So they're fighting.
Yeah, so they're fighting for that. So right now it's FaZe, Empire, Ultra, Subliner, Chicago, and then it's Rocker, Thieves, and Mutineers.
Okay.
So they're in that 7th spot.
Well,
Yeah, I think they might stay there. I mean, the way Florida's been looking too with Neptune.
Yeah.
On the last major, man, was piecing.
Yeah.
They might be hitting final form, so they might be able to get that 7th spot.
Yeah. I mean, I think the roster that they have right now for Thieves I think it's their best shot.
Yeah.
And side note, finally, this guy Draza, like, he needs to stay in this. I mean, he's locked in for good now.
Keep him in.
This guy deserves a spot like next year.
Oh,
starting
yeah.
spot 100%.
Yeah.
I'm
a huge Draza fan.
Big Draza fan.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude's a beast.
Comes in Modern Warfare season to save the team, fries,
Yeah.
and then doesn't get a starting position this year.
Yeah.
Which, like, I kind of get why, but at the same time, like, he should have started.
Mm-hmm.
And then, he comes back, fries again. And, going into the major on land, Hook isn't there. Guess who's there? Draza just shows up, and he does pretty well.
With broken sticks.
Yeah, exactly.
New controller.
Like, man, this guy's done everything to prove that he is a professional player and he deserves to be there, and he should.
Yeah, absolutely. He's so freaking good.
And he doesn't talk shit on Twitter at all. He doesn't say anything about being benched, ever.
Yeah.
Literally, like, I remember he got benched, and he's like, fuck it, who wants to play Challengers?
Yeah.
And then he went in and won.
Yeah, right. That's the thing with him too, right? And some of these guys who are in Challengers who may try to go into the pros, we've talked about this at length before, how some of these guys who are former pros and they're like, oh, I deserve a spot. And then in Challengers, they're not winning anything.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not really into the whole Challengers scene. I don't watch it much at all. But I think, like, wouldn't you be winning all the time if you were like, thinking, oh man, I should be out of here, like I don't deserve this?
Yeah.
Like I'm too good for these people. I'm like, well then why aren't you winning?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not a good mindset to have, like, going back into the league.
Yeah.
Draza just, keeps his mouth closed, goes into Challengers,
exactly.
wins.
Yeah, exactly. He goes in there, Cole with the new team, wins. It's like, well, that's what I would expect from a pro, to just go in there. But maybe that's because I'm naive and I don't know like the full scope of how it works.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we both know like the problems of challenges, right? And like, you form a team a week later, someone dips.
Yeah, if a week.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, people leave left and right.
Yeah, I get why they lose, but also a lot of people complain a lot. Draza, he does not complain.
Yeah, he's such a good player. He's so valuable to that team. I mean, him and Kenny are staples to that team.
Same mindset. They just want to win.
Yeah, they'll do anything they can to win. So, yeah, it's a tough spot for them because I've heard Kenny say before that he wants them in that top spot, obviously.
Yeah.
And, as a competitor, that's where you should want to be.
Yeah, right.
But with the time that's left in this season, are they going to be able to do that? I mean, the chances are so slim. I mean, at the end of the day, anything can happen at champs. Any of those 8 teams can win. Bar insanity, they could do it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, at this point, like, they're playing for Major 5, but it's champs. This is prepping all these teams for champs.
Yeah,
and which is crazy to say because you would think like FaZe is like the number 1 team in the world right now, and they're probably the favorite to win. But we don't know.
Yeah.
Like, who really knows? Imagine if Thieves just makes a run, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Any of these teams can make a run.
Yeah, they could. But I don't know. It's always so hard to judge. You have no idea with what's really possible. We'll have to see how they perform in the stage 5.
Yeah.
Slasher was looking really good in stage 4.
Yeah.
When they had the major, came out as his first game, and he looked like he was insane.
Yeah.
So hopefully they can carry that. But I don't really know. I really don't know. I think if I had to bet my money, I think it's going to be like, a mixy between the top 4. OpTic might come in there, and make a good run, but I really think it's going to come down to just who's been showing up every major, every stage.
Yeah, no, I would agree.
Yeah.
Next bullet point I have is: does Empire actually look like a top tier team after Major 4? Because they made that insane run. They played second. They couldn't close it out against FaZe.
Right.
But I do think OpTic kind of just choked that against them.
Yeah.
They can stay in Major 4. I think OpTic looked like a better team than them, and they just didn't show up. Like, do you think that Empire is a top 3 team?
Man, tough question. Like, in the top 3 right now, it's FaZe, Ultra, and Dallas. That's the top 3.
I think Dallas is in second right now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so FaZe, Dallas, Ultra.
Yeah.
And then it's New York and OpTic.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know.
I don't think they are. I think subliners would replace them.
That's the thing. Yeah.
They didn't get a fair shot.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know. Man, that is a tough question. I think I'm going to agree with you and say no.
Yeah.
I'd say they're 4th and they're fighting for 3rd spot.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, granted, this whole year they've looked shaky. Then they got rid of Hook and they just went through turmoil. They were looking horrible.
Yeah.
But now they've got Vivid on the team, and he looks to have really gelled with this team.
He woke up.
Yeah, when they went on LAN, they took FaZe to a game 11.
That was crazy.
Yeah. Man, I was sleeping.
Yeah.
That was some of the longest COD I've ever watched.
Yeah.
But I think they're looking up. They're going to be fighting hard for that spot because I mean there's a big rivalry between Dallas and New York.
Yeah.
Obviously between Krim and Clay being former teammates and reigning champs. This last showing in Major 4 was tough because Asim wasn't there.
Yeah.
So that's going to be something to watch is how Asim gels with everybody again going into this Major 5 or Stage 5, really just all throughout it. Because I don't know if they're in the same groups or not, if Dallas and New York are in there. I can't remember if they are. But, yeah, I think overall, throughout the whole year, New York has been looking like that. Dallas, they've been on the decline, but as of late, they're looking like they're on the up. They just got to keep that momentum going from stage 4.
Yeah.
And I think they'll be looking great.
I just pulled up the groups here.
Yeah.
No, they're not in the same.
Right.
group.
So they'll have to go face then in the major if they end up facing each other. Yeah, it's gonna get mixy between Empire and Ultra. They're in the same group.
Yeah, no, the top 4 teams like in placing right now they're so close in point. Well, minus FaZe. FaZe is like on
FaZe,
its own.
yeah.
But
Second, third, fourth is pretty close. It's very close.
I think it's definitely going to be mixy. Empire, I don't think they're a top 3 team yet. They definitely have the potential to be.
Yeah,
But with ASIM not being there, I don't know. That's pretty hard to say that Empire would beat them with ASIM. And also, OpTic just did not perform. Because I still think OpTic's a better team than Empire, how they've been performing. And they just didn't show up that day.
Yeah. Now, I think it's a combination of that stuff. I mean, OpTic, like we know the story with them. It's like they're on paper they're such a good team.
Yeah.
They just all need to be firing.
Yeah.
You know, when they're all firing and the morale's up.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like they're probably the best team or one of the best teams. They're in there.
Yeah.
It's just when they're not in there,
it looks so bad.
yeah, they just don't have that reserves to keep them going, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what makes FaZe so unbelievable is because, you know, when we watch that major, I mean, again, we're talking game 11, it was like 5-3 search or like, it was like something like that. I think FaZe won 6-3 or 6-4 at the end of that search raid.
Yeah.
And you'd think, man, like Dallas really just put it on them. And then you hear from Arcides and all those guys like, man, that's some of the worst COD I've ever played.
Yeah.
Like we were just, I don't know what happened to us, but we still got the dub.
Yeah.
And as a viewer, you're like, man, I mean, if there's no reason for them to lie, it's like, man, they're playing bad.
Yeah.
And they're
right?
still winning majors.
Yeah.
And taking that team. And Dallas, granted, too, that's got to be hard for them. They played how many hours of COD straight? They went back to back to back games.
Yeah.
Like,
And
psychotic.
That just shows too for on like FaZe's side, right? Those guys when they're playing bad, the teamwork is still there. They're still like focusing on the fundamentals and they're not letting it get to them.
And
right?
that's what OpTic needs.
Yeah, they need that. They need like the backup plan and just reset.
Yeah, because I think what happens with them is like particularly that game that they played Garrison Hardpoint, nearly brought it back and then they choked by like 4 points or something like that. Yeah, after that it's they just kind of crumbled after that. It was so hard for them to bounce back. And man, dude, I'd have a hard time. I'd have a hard time trying to fight back on that one.
Yeah. But that's what's so good about FaZe, right? They don't need the momentum.
No.
They can just win.
Yeah.
Because they literally traded maps with Dallas the whole time.
Yeah.
FaZe won, Dallas won, or it might have been Dallas FaZe, Dallas something like that. You know?
Yeah, and they brought it all the way to the end, which is nuts.
And at the end, not just everyone on the team like threw up a heart, like the heart with the emoji or whatever.
Yeah, the emotes that they were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they they trolled a couple rounds too at the end there.
Yeah,
like they're just like, yo, let's just full send it. They didn't even grab bomb. They're like, yo, let's just go and kill these guys.
These guys are in the grand finals, and they need one more round to win, and these guys are doing that.
Yeah,
like
it's crazy. It's crazy for sure. But Dallas, I don't know. That last major, I would put them in the top 3, but there was a lot of variables that weren't in play.
Yeah.
Mainly being just New York not having their full team. I think that was their biggest problem. I think OpTic, the way that they played in that major, has kind of unfortunately been their story throughout the year. Yeah. 'Cause they come very close, but when it comes down to that final execution or just that little bit extra to get them over, they can't quite get it.
Yeah, because they 3-1 Empire last time.
Yeah.
They looked hot. Yeah. And then, they had a pretty good shot of beating Empire again, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah. And when people talk about OpTic too, it's always like it's never like these guys suck or anything. It's always just small mistakes.
Yeah.
And it's those fundamentals, which like we know a little bit about, but when you listen to former pros talk about it and people who are really into it, it's just those little mistakes that they're making. And if they clean those up, that would change their game. Yeah. Like they would be so much better. Which that's why at this level, those little mistakes, they're massive mistakes.
They add up.
Yeah, they add up and you get beat. You get 3-1.
Because like OpTic finished 4th again.
Yeah.
That's not a bad placing at all.
No, it's not.
It's bad for them.
Like, for the potential of that team. Yeah. Where they could be.
It's like, I mean, all those competitors, right? You don't play for 4th. You don't play for top 4. You play for first.
Yeah, and that's what on our last point we are talking about with Kenny. That's what his whole mantra is. It's like we're here to win. We're not here to like just get into the top 4 or top 2. It's like we're here to compete and win.
Yeah. Well, speaking of OpTic, my next point was, will OpTic Chicago perform like they should be for the last major?
Man, I don't know.
It's like a 50-50.
Yeah, it is.
Because who knows? Imagine, like, they could come out and literally fry, right?
Right.
They could also come out and just go 3-2 again.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they're going to be very hot and cold, like they have. Because what are the group that they're in? I mean, they've got FaZe. They're going to lose to FaZe more than likely.
Subliners.
New York. They might beat New York. And Paris and London. I mean, they should beat those teams.
Yeah. Paris and London in Group A, like, they have the potential to upset, like, OpTic and LA Thieves. Or like, and even Subliners, to be honest, right? Because that's like points taken away from them. Going, for seeding, but it's gonna be hard for OpTic to beat FaZe and Subliners. I think.
Yeah.
I think they have a chance against Thieves just because they're still a new team.
Yep.
But it's gonna be hard. Again, talent's there. Like, every OpTic fan knows it. And every single time OpTic plays and they lose, man, like, we all know, like, they could have won.
Yeah,
they could have.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's more what is the frustrating part with some of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you're just obviously being a fan of OpTic, it's not the individual. Like, none of those guys on the team, unless they have a really bad series.
Yeah.
It's always just like little things that are probably the reasons why they don't get the win.
Yeah.
So. I don't know. I think, like, for sure, unfortunately, it's hard to say as a fan. I mean, you got to be real. I don't think they're going to beat FaZe. I don't think they'll beat Subliners. They might, but I really don't think so.
Yeah.
Thieves, I think, might be close, but we haven't really seen much of how Thieves are playing.
Mm-hmm.
And again, from what Abizi said, from him, it's like they don't look good.
Yeah.
And then Paris and London, they should beat them. So they're either going to go. What is that, 3-2 or 2-3?
Yeah.
It's very mixy.
I think they'll go in 3-2. Pretty, like, middle pack.
Yeah.
I think I don't think they're gonna beat FaZe. They have a chance against Subliners. They've beaten Subliners before.
Mm-hmm.
They have a chance there.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I hope they go and they just end up losing only to FaZe.
Mm-hmm.
Thing about OpTic, though, that's interesting is, like, they seem to be a team that when they get the momentum going, like, maybe they have a warm up game, like, say in the major they go and they start off against LAG or something like that, right? And then they start ramping up a little bit.
Yeah.
They get their confidence going. That seems to be, like, the key for that team.
Yeah. OpTic's always been, like, a momentum based team.
Yeah, like, if they start off and they just, like, boom, they're thrown to Ultra. And they get 3-1 or 3-2 by Ultra.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're just down in the dumps. They're like, man, like, we got knocked down to losers, and they're facing somebody tough and losers.
Yeah.
That's what makes things hard for them.
Yeah, and I mean, again, that's why, like, FaZe is the best team right now. They don't need that momentum.
No, they don't.
They literally just show up.
No, they don't need any of that stuff, which is
it's impressive, very impressive.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing. That's why they're the best, and they're marvel at that team. 'Cause I don't understand them.
Yeah.
All be said, but like, just kind of overall answering that, will OpTic perform during the stage? Maybe. I think at the major, they might place the same thing. I think
top
they'll
4 again.
Yeah, I honestly think they'll probably get 4th again.
Yeah,
if I had to guess, but we don't know what their scrims look like either.
Yeah, it's been pretty quiet the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, and it's just those small mistakes that they've had all season. And it's every major or every stage you're thinking, are they going to fix them? Like, are they going to have those cleaned up?
And
easier said than done.
They know too.
Yeah,
they know that it's just little mistakes that they're doing, and they should be winning. But
it's always the little mistakes.
Yeah, but moving on. So I got, like, a couple more bullet points here for stage 5. They're nothing crazy. Just wanted to mention this is the last stage before COD Champs.
Yep.
So very big stage. Also, I had bottom 4 teams are basically eliminated from Champs. which is
Yeah, 100% they're gone.
they're
no way.
not really going to qualify.
No, it's not happening.
They do have a chance to.
Let's stop sugarcoating it.
Well, when I say upsetting a team, I mean like they're just not going to get points, right?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, now for these guys, like points don't matter for the bottom 4 teams. It's just stealing points from the top 8, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And
that big fight that's going on, like you said, for second, third, I think it's for second seed. There's a huge fight going on.
Yeah.
So if any of these lower teams
can just steal,
steal take some points, that's a big deal.
Yeah. And I think for these bottom 4 teams, it's going to be hard to just. I mean, they're competitors at the end of the day, right? Mm-hmm. They should be competing at the highest level and playing to win.
Yep.
But also they gotta remember like there's next year. You gotta be playing for not yourself, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, look for those guys at the bottom. The people who run those teams are not happy. You know? And I'm sure that the players themselves are not happy.
Yeah.
Because of where they are. Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of those teams are going to make a lot of shifts, like Surge, Guerrillas. That's another thing too that we didn't really. Actually, no, we think we touched on that with LAG. They went. That was a roster move that they had. They went and got rid of
Money Chino.
Money Chino.
That was one of my
another
notes.
points. Yeah, we'll jump to that really quick with Chino for a quick second, if you'd like.
I mean, I think they dropped their best player.
Yeah,
again.
Yeah.
And
The story
what makes it worse?
LAG.
Chino, he went to LAG's like academy team, right? Because he got put on the bench. They scrimmed the LAG team, the pro team, and they won 250-11.
Yeah.
Your academy team is beating your pro team by that much.
Yeah.
That doesn't look good.
Explain.
Yeah. Even if you were management and like you don't know anything about COD, your bench team should not be beating your professional team.
No, absolutely not. That's a bad look.
And I know Cheen was pretty upset being benched he deserves it. Like he should be upset.
Yeah.
Because he was playing great, like out of his mind. He was playing super good.
Yeah, I mean that team all year they've been struggling, and have they had their moments? Sure. I mean they had that one time where they beat FaZe, which made no sense.
Yeah.
It was crazy. They've had a couple moments, but overall they've been pretty steady with their performance, which has been not ideal. And a lot of people are saying, are they protecting their core? Their core 3 players, and they're rotating, that one player in and out. They had Vivid, swapped him out for Chino. Now they've swapped him out for Mentals, who was a Gears of War player, and he was insane. This is his first time ever competing in the CDL, professional. Yeah, not even the CDL, just Pro COD.
Yeah, Pro COD.
So that'll be interesting to see how he does.
Good for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I wish him nothing but the best.
Yeah.
But who knows? Is he really going to change that team? I mean, it's too late.
Yeah, it is too late.
It's too late for them to have any sort of thing. But they may look good. They may look better.
I mean, I think great opportunity for Mentals because he was nuts at Gears of War. Also, he was on OpTic, so you got to support the old Green Wall
no
guys.
No matter what.
But I mean, this is a good shot for him because now he can play and show what he can do.
Yeah.
Even though if they're not making champs, right? But now it. Other teams will have an idea like, oh, this guy's good. Maybe he should start.
Well,
give him a chance.
Well, that's a good thing. Going back to our discussion about the bottom 4 teams, is at this point, they're playing for some cash, but they can make a lot of risks.
Yeah.
With throwing some new players in.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised they're some of these teams aren't doing as many, throwing in their substitutes if they have them. Yeah. Just to see, hey, we're playing for some cash. We haven't been looking as good. Yeah. Why don't we just try these guys out?
Yeah.
And maybe, they might work together. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, you can kind of try any of those options.
Yeah.
So it is a good opportunity for Mentals because, who knows? He might have an individual pop off and he might look really good.
Yeah.
And either they sell him or they decide to start him next year.
Yeah, exactly. Take advantage of that opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. If you have the bench players. Unlike, I don't think Surge really has any bench players.
Yeah, they don't have anyone.
They've got Looney.
Yeah.
I think that's their bench player. But yeah, I don't know. The bottom teams, they're just going to be playing for those upsets, and I think that a lot of them are going to be playing for their spot too.
Yeah, going into next year. I mean, that's those are the points I had for stage 5. Again, these games, there's potential upsets, but I think at the end of the day, like we all know, the top 8 teams are pretty secured for champs, and it's just a battle for second seed right now for the most part.
Yeah, so that'll be a good fight. But yeah, I think it's going to be more or less the same stuff here going into stage 5. I think we'll see FaZe and Ultra at the top. Might get a little mixy with Dallas and New York. Dallas with their run from the end of stage 4, and now New York having Asim back in the loop, and he'll be competing on LAN with them. And then the wild cards are going to be, I think, OpTic and Thieves.
OpTic, Thieves, and Rocker.
Yeah, seeing where they're at. Thieves with their new roster, and just OpTic if they can make that push. And start looking really, really good, like they can compete.
So that's all the bullet points I had. I guess we can pivot to our next topic, I guess. The Season 4 updates for multiplayer.
Dude, the hustle for Season 4 right now?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
We've been grinding.
The
double
hustle.
season. Not double season. Double XP.
Bro.
This weekend, we ranked up a lot. 30-plus levels. That might not be a lot for the younger people because we work and have other stuff to do. But, we went up a whole prestige.
Yeah, we went and got, I think...
Actually, no, we went up.
No. How many levels did you say? 30?
I said 30 plus.
Oh, no, we got way more
plus.
than... Yeah.
50 plus.
Yeah, because you were at 8... Yeah, I think you were around... I was 84, and now I'm in the, 150 something. So that's, 60 levels.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. Insane.
Yeah, we played a lot.
Yeah, that was what the 4th of July weekend was spent doing.
It was fun.
Hustling on that. Yeah, and there's 30-something days, and we have all this... we got all the XP.
Yeah.
Insane. The high level. We're loving it.
Yeah, well, we're
in a good spot.
17th prestige? I don't even keep track.
No, I don't know. I think it's 18. I think it's 18.
I thought 18th was the last one.
Do I have to go look?
We don't even know. We just try to get 200.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. There's so many freaking prestiges that I don't even know what prestige I am anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I am this one. Like the other variant of the skull.
Yeah, right?
Whatever it is.
We just try to hit 200 because we know it's max.
Exactly.
But while you're looking that up, we're also going for the season challenges too.
Yeah.
Keeping up with Season 3.
Get the
Season
XP.
4 so far, it's been pretty easy for the most part.
Yeah, thankfully.
Some of the challenges are a pain, but not they're not that big of a pain.
Yeah. No, they're not bad at all.
Yeah.
They're super, super easy.
Yeah, they're pretty smooth for the most part. And even if you don't go for them, you can honestly probably get them by just playing the game without even going for them.
Honestly, dude, I'm trying to look this up. I really have no idea. It shows the emblems, but I don't know what the heck it is. Who cares? I think it's somewhere in that range.
17 or 18. Yeah. I think we're 17th though.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, the challenges this season are not too bad. We've been cruising through them. There's only been a couple that are a pain. Like we were doing the sliding one, getting slide kills. I just finished that up yesterday, and the pearly gates to heaven opened up when I finished it. Oh my god, such a drag.
Yeah. That one's a pain, but it's not hard.
No,
it's like even if you don't go for it, you're probably gonna get it by just playing this season.
Yeah.
I think you would.
Yeah,
unless you literally don't slide at all.
Yeah, I think with us, we're going for them, and even still, we slide, but man, there were some we play 6-7 games, and I maybe get one.
Yeah, but there's 38 more days left in the season.
That's the thing too, because we are hustling to try to get these challenges done so they don't add up.
Yeah.
So it depends on how you look at it.
I think the majority of people can get them, just playing the season without even going for it. I mean, if you go for it, you're definitely gonna get it. But if you're not really focused on the challenge, I think you'll get it because most people slide.
Yeah,
I slide cancel a lot, so that doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly. Same.
So if I just slid instead of slide canceling, I would be getting that a lot faster.
Yeah. So it's trying to break some habits.
Yeah, it is breaking habits.
I think the only challenge so far that we haven't done that's going to take a bit is there's one that you have to get a snipe 250 meters out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I haven't even attempted that just because we didn't get a map.
No, things, dude, you went on Checkmate and stood up in the top red tower.
Yeah, way
and
in the
marked
back.
all the way at the end of the map, and it was like 130 meters.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, you got to do double this distance.
Yeah.
Like, holy smokes. So to combined arms we go.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be I feel like that one might be a little annoying.
It also could be very easy because it's only one kill, right? Mm-hmm. Just think, we go into Armada Strike, we just stand on the boat and I'm literally just gonna look out the window and wait till someone pops.
That's the one thing that is nice about that, is because it's not like you have to go and really risk your life. You can just sit way back, far away from everybody, and just have an insane zoom on your scope and just wait and hope to get a shot.
Yeah. I'm literally just going to wait.
Yeah.
I will sit for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
until someone pops.
Yeah, it's better than last season when we had to go into combined arms and go through that pit.
The ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a pain.
Well, yeah, see, exactly. I'd rather do the slides and that.
Yeah.
The challenges this season aren't that bad at all.
No, they're not. And we've been keeping up with them, too, because we mentioned, I think in Season 3, we started these challenges when we were well past level 100.
Yeah.
Now we've been doing them since level 1.
Yeah.
And we've been getting them all done for the most part. I think I only have maybe, like, I've got one where I have to shoot down 50 equipment. Mm-hmm. And then I've got, the one with the AR. No, not the AR, the zoom scope. Like that one, like we're using the DMR. Yeah, the 2x scope.
Yeah.
And then I've got that sniper one.
Yeah.
You know? So... Mm-hmm. Crushing through the levels and then getting all those challenges done. Yeah, it's making it pretty easy.
Yeah, and the challenge that you're working on, the 2 times, like you have to aim down sight with a 2 times scope or greater to get those kills. Like that's really easy.
Yeah, I just use the not the DMR, whatever the Type 63 is it?
93, I think.
Is it 93? I have no idea. Is it 63, 93?
I don't know, something like that.
I'm gonna say 63. I have no idea. Whatever that, it's like the DMR's like
the single
attack
rifle.
That thing, AKA the melt machine.
Yeah. You literally can use whatever you want. Like I almost used an LMG. You literally can use anything.
Yeah, I think using that or the LMG would be insane. Like you get that challenge done so fast.
Yeah, I mean we got that challenge done in 2 days.
Yeah, I did. I started mine last night.
Yeah.
And I am at 200, 204. So I need just like a handful more to get 250. And that's it.
If we played like a few more games, like we would have gotten it in one night.
Yeah. So. No, not a hard challenge at all. And then you're doing one too with like getting the equipment kill, like Tomahawk and then shooting.
Yeah. I have to get a kill with equipment and my gun in the same life.
Yeah.
Which is pretty easy.
Yeah.
For the most part. I mean... I'm using like a Tomahawk and then whatever like main gun I'm using.
Yeah. No, it's I was surprised because I heard it was going to be really hard from a guy that I looked up online, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it's a pain in the neck." And then
after not watching the COD Casuals.
Yeah, right. And then at the end of the day, how many did you get in a day? You said
25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's insane. Yeah. I was like, man, this is gonna take 2 days. It's so easy.
Yeah.
You know, I was very surprised, but happy about it because now when I get to it, I'm gonna be like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some tips, like if you guys are doing it for that challenge, right, and for you too, if you're not thinking about it, like I use, what is it? I forget what the wild card is, but I carry 2 Tomahawks.
Yeah.
And I use gun ho. So when I'm running, when you're sprinting, you can
quartermaster too, right?
Yeah. You can hold the Tomahawk while you're sprinting.
Yeah.
So I just always have it like held back the whole time.
Yep.
And you can, I mean, this is really hard. It's easy for me because I have a scuff, but like in theory, like I can just run and shoot at the same time with my Tomahawk, like just held.
Yep.
So I just run and just hold R2 to hold the Tomahawk. Yeah. And when I see someone, I throw it and start shooting.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and even still, like I would always go, like when I get that challenge, I'm going to go for that Tomahawk kill first. Because once I get that, I have enough confidence I can get the gun kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm fine. And can you pick up Tomahawks too?
Yeah, you just have to run over them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad of a challenge at all.
Yeah, no, it's pretty easy
when you
for
think
the most
about
part.
it. Yeah, because that guy, he was talking about using like a Semtex and a frag and a C4. I remember he mentioned a Molotov, and I was like thinking about it because I totally forgot about the Tomahawk.
Yeah.
And then he mentioned at the end, he's like, yeah, just do the Tomahawk. That's so much easier. I'm like, yeah, dude. Yeah. Way easier.
Well, people are thinking like, I don't know. It depends how steady your hands are, right? Like some people can't throw a Tomahawk like that straight. You've seen how people shoot, right?
Yeah, bro.
You have to line up the Tomahawk. At least like C4 I get, because you have a range. You can throw it and it explodes. It has a pretty wide blast radius.
The only problem with all those equipment is flak jacket.
Yeah, exactly.
Because so many people run flak in this game that like the tomahawk,
it's instant.
Yeah, it's a one-shot kill.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you have armor or anything on.
Yeah.
It'll kill you.
Yeah.
And we run around. I mean, like you do too, but I run a ton. Like I'm always up in people's faces.
Yeah.
So if you're at close range,
Yeah.
getting those tomahawk kills are easy. If you sit back a lot, man, those are going to be tough. You're going to have to push a lot.
I mean, yeah. I was pretty aggressive last night, clearly. I mean, like, I'm just running around. It
yeah, exactly.
didn't matter what gun I was using. I just ran.
Yeah, if you sit back, that's going to be so hard. But if you're in their face all the time and you get right up to them, just chuck that thing. You're good to go, man.
If you're a faster player, like, it'll probably be pretty easy for you.
For sure.
Even if you're an AR player, like, I ran the Krig and the Tomahawk. I just ran through and tomahawked people and just, start shooting afterwards.
Yeah.
And it was pretty easy. So I'll probably close out that challenge tonight. If I got 25 in one day, like I can probably get another 25 today.
Yeah.
What else do I have in my notes? I only have like 4 or 5 more challenges left. I think it's only 4 to like unlock.
Yeah.
And then
that's nuts.
Yeah. Then we'll hit 200.
Yeah, how crazy is that? And then we're gonna be done.
Yeah, we'll be done, and then wait for the second half of the season 4 updates, new zombies map.
That's what I want to play.
Yeah, because if we hit 200, which I think we will before that drops, like what are we playing for? You know what I mean? Like we're just gonna play for fun.
Yeah, exactly. What extra prestige keys?
Yeah,
like I don't care.
I got enough of those.
Yeah, that's what's so funny too. Like. You probably have the same thing. I've got like 17, 18 prestige keys.
I have like 21 or 22.
Yeah. Like we never spend them. Like
we spent a few.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is like we've spent a few, but even still, like we have so many. Like we could just go and buy titles and emblems all day.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
I want to buy like skins.
Yeah.
Like that's what those keys should be for, like really cool skins.
Yeah. Like throwback skins from old CODs or just like, legendary skins. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like whether it's character skins or if it's gun skins.
Yeah.
The titles from the old CODs is cool.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the emblems, but I want them to like also even for Black Ops 1. It's weird. They don't have all 15 prestiges. Yeah. I think they have 1 through 12. I think in Black Ops 1. 1 to 12 or 11. Like they don't have 13, 14, 15.
Yeah.
And 15 in Black Ops 1, like that one with the skull with the pirate hat and the bones crossed and like the wings. That's sick.
Yeah.
There's a title for that too, which is awesome. But you have to get to level 500 in the season.
500. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like do I? Because if that's the case, man, like the grind has only started. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have to grind so much.
I mean, I hit first season was way longer. I was like 630 something.
I don't think I hit 500. I think I was like 480 something.
Yeah.
So I was pretty close.
I know I hit 500 because I got there's this one title that not a lot of people have. It's like this dragon.
Yeah, fire breathing.
Yeah.
Dragons.
Yeah. So I have that. But no, yeah, maybe once we hit 200, like we'll have time to. Maybe we can try Warzone.
Yeah, that's when I'll try Warzone.
Yeah, right.
Again, once we hit that, and then hopefully by that time, I mean, I don't even know when we hit 200. Hopefully the season, like the mid-season drop comes out, that new map comes out.
Yeah.
Paintball or whatever it is.
Yeah. Hopefully, Rush.
Yeah, Rush.
Yeah.
Rush comes out.
Hopefully we don't have to wait that long. But I think we're gonna hit it way before the update comes.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
So,
but
we'll see.
Yeah. But overall, though, no, season's looking good, and pubs have been fine.
Yeah, they've been fun.
Oh, yeah.
For us, at least. I mean...
Yeah, and maybe not the competition that we've been pissing on all the time.
We, our goal in this COD was to get to 2KD, which I'm sure for some people are probably like, 2KD, that's it. I'm like, dude, 2KD is pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
that's
it is.
Really good, right?
It
and
is.
We don't play like, we don't sit back and just chill the whole time, right?
Yeah.
And in the beginning of this game, the skill-based matchmaking, like, it was fucking us. We thought we were bad. I had, like, a 1.2 at one point.
Yeah.
And
dude, we were questioning ourselves.
Yeah. We were like, are we good at COD anymore?
We were like, dude, do we suck?
Yeah. Like, Did the generation just shift? Like, are we bad now?
Yeah, do we just get pissed on?
Yeah.
Like, are we horrible?
No, I just needed some time.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, man. It's amazing. Like, because you've hit the 2. You've reached
Yeah.
your goal. You're at a 2.03.
Yeah,
I'm at a 1.98.
Yeah, you're close.
So close.
You're close. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm grinding.
Yeah.
Hustling. These challenges sometimes don't help.
Yeah. And I mean, at the end of the day, KD doesn't really mean anything, but it's nice to know that, like, we still have it,
Yeah. Well, the thing, too, is, like, that's the KD, and then my score per minute's over 700.
Yeah.
It's like I
Always, yeah.
I
Yeah.
rush at people like a psycho.
Mine's like 698,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
So,
that's
like,
crazy.
We're just, in everyone's face.
Demons all the time.
Yeah.
Um,
So, the grind's been real this game. Going from Modern Warfare to this.
Yeah. I don't even remember Modern Warfare.
We were good at Modern Warfare too. Like,
Yeah. I was okay. It was weird because it just wasn't even a COD that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it benefited me more than you because I definitely play as an AR more than you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was the thing. It's like, what was the sub that you can use in that game? MP5?
the MP5, yeah.
Yeah.
I rocked like an M4 like all the time.
Yeah.
So
So I was a sub player in that game. It was hard.
yeah.
I would get smoked a lot.
Yeah.
Freaking doors, too, bro. Busting through
Yeah.
doors. Oh, my God. But,
Playing as a flex is nice.
Yeah.
I get the choice.
yeah. But in this game, yeah, playing as a sub, it's super fun. I love it. And then, yeah, we've been clawing our way back. When we started, we had like a 0.38, or like a 1.38, rather. Imagine if we had a 0.38. Oh,
Yeah.
my God, bro. We were down in the dumps in the low ones.
Yeah.
And to think over this time, we've
It's,
clawed it
yeah.
back.
Same with with skill-based matchmatching too.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like we were like, man, maybe we're just not good anymore. We're like, we don't have it.
Yeah. They've for the most part, I don't know if they've fixed it or it's just been like toned down. I don't really know. But it's not as like heinous anymore like
Yeah.
it used to be.
I think.
Because it was psychotic.
Yeah. And we just didn't pick up the game fast enough,
Yeah, no, we
like
were,
some of these guys.
we were getting done murked.
Because we were playing every day for only a few hours, right? And these guys were probably just grinding every day, learning everything about the map.
Yeah,
That's the thing. Like, if you don't know the map, it's really hard to do well
yeah,
with our play style too. Because we like to move and run,
Mm-hmm.
but if we don't know the spots that people are watching and whatnot, it's gonna be hard.
yeah. You learn it over time. That's why these new maps have been so easy.
Yeah.
Like playing Raid, Express.
Yeah.
all of them. It's not that hard because
Yeah, we
you
know
remember them from you've been playing them for like 30
It's been
freaking
10
years.
years.
Yeah, so it's not that hard.
You can tell the newbies. We hop
Yeah.
into those maps like, oh, you guys don't know this spot, do you?
Yeah, for sure.
You don't know these angles.
Yeah. No, it is funny when you look at it that way. But now skill base has been kind of interesting. Like it's hit or miss. Sometimes we get thrown into absolute psychos. Like last game we played, and then on a fat L,
There were like 5 people.
yeah, they were straight and they were demons. I was
Yeah,
like, dude, who
just
are
running.
These? Yeah, they were crazy. But then you get
Yeah.
thrown in these games where, like, I remember, what was the game? It was I dropped a nuke on it. What was that map? Oh, what the hell is it? Satellite. Those kids,
Oh, yeah.
they were a joke. I was like, who are these people?
Yeah.
You know? It's
Yeah.
like, just go for the news. Like, they're so bad. They're just like walking out. They're not
Yeah.
even ADSing. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Now, that's the thing. When we run into parties, it's really hard to compete. 'Cause
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just 2 of us. Like that last game, it was 5 people against you and I. And we were the only ones that could pick up trades or get
Yeah.
any kills.
Not happening. Not happening against them.
Yeah. That's the thing. I really wish we had a squad that we ran with because we would not lose.
Again, if you're watching,
Yeah. We would not lose.
DM us on Twitter.
Yeah.
We might join up with you. Send us a screenshot of the KD the level. Make sure we don't play with some straight hamburgers. I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, right?
Like a .98 KD. I'm like, dog. Score per minute's 150.
Yeah.
Excuse
Well,
me?
we need teammates to just do the bare minimum. That's it. But then you see those players again, right? Like, before we end it, but like the players that they're all in a team together and they're just running at you, right?
Yeah.
But guess what? They don't know what they're doing. They're not playing objective or anything. They're
No, they
trying
have
to-
no like strategy or anything to what they're doing.
Yeah. And then we beat them.
Yeah.
And it's like Moscow. I think of Moscow all the time because people just run at you on the point.
Oh yeah.
Cap it instantly. We all die. We just spawn on the other side. Those guys are pushed so far into our spawn, they're not going to have time to run back.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. If you have teammates that are somewhat decent,
Yeah.
you'll be fine. Like you can. Like we can win games handily.
Yeah.
It's just when you get these guys who are like, and surprisingly we get them. They're going like 7-28.
Yeah.
And I'm shocked. I'm like, who are these people? How are we possibly teaming up with them?
I'd much rather have people like just always hop on the objective than people that are running around trying to get kills and not playing the objective.
Yeah, exactly.
Much rather have people playing the objective.
Yeah, I would too, because that makes
even if they're bad.
Yeah, just
Doesn't matter.
stack hills. Just
Yeah.
stack hills and be good. Make life easy for us. We'll get the kills. You stack the hill. Good
Yeah.
to go.
Exactly.
Strat right there. Developed. Boom.
Yeah. But that's all I had. Do you have anything else?
No.
I was looking at my notes. I don't think I had anything.
No. I think we covered all the points. With the CDL, it's gonna be interesting. We'll next episode we'll touch on it quick to see how this home series went. I think it's the New York home series. You had it pulled up there.
Yeah, New York.
So that'll be interesting to watch those games. And then that'll be the bulk of it. Seeing what's going on there.
Yeah.
If some of our predictions came true, or if we have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah. Make sure to follow us on YouTube,
Absolutely.
Twitter, everything. We're
Yeah.
on everything, right?
Yeah.
Anchor.fm/the COD Casuals. You're going to see all the platforms that we post to.
Yep.
Let us know what you guys think so far. We're going 21 weeks strong.
Thank God.
That's crazy.
I
21
know.
weeks.
I love it.
And
We'll be here for episode 22.
Yeah. And we've been pretty active on Twitter too, so keep tweeting at us.
Absolutely.
Follow us.
Yeah,
everything.
give us a follow, please.
But I think that's it.
All right,
Mike?
all right. I think we're
All right,
set.
guys. It's been episode 21 of the COD Casuals. I'm your host, Justin.
And I'm Mike.
We'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
See ya.